Okay, hello everybody. Let me just make sure you can hear me. Hello, welcome. It's nice to see you all. Happy Hump Day. My name is Rebecca Lee and I'm here to give card readings and just general psychic insight tonight. I'm here for an hour. Good morning everybody, nice to see you. Love to hear where you're all from. And yes, if you are looking for a card tonight or some insight, happy for you to put in your question. Or I have my Unlock Your Love Blocks cards here with me tonight. So there's a huge theme around love at the moment. I'm finding just in general in the world, in a lot of people's lives. So if you're in a relationship and find that you're struggling at the moment, just put coupled or partnered. If you're single and, you know, looking for, you know, some insight into moving forward into your next relationship, just put that you're single. But generally, if there's any specific question, it just makes it a little bit easier for me in this format, and I can pull a card of it. So I've got the Unlock Your Love Blocks cards that I might choose for you, and tonight I've just got my good old trusty mermaid cards by Doreen Virtue. So very simple, very powerful cards, so I really enjoy doing readings with those. So I have my laptop here underneath to be able to read your comments. So if you find that I'm looking down a little bit, I'm just looking down at your comments. I am just going to grab a piece of paper and pen because it's easier for me. Sorry, I forgot to grab a piece of paper. It's easier for me to write your names down. Sometimes I choose a couple of people at a time. Look, sometimes I just go down the list. But I'm just going to have a little piece of paper here. That just makes it a little bit easier for me. So welcome, and thank you. So let's just get started. I'm just going to have a little look and see who we've got here. And I'm just going to try and get through as many readings as I can tonight. I won't go into a lot of detail, and you know, if there's if I do give you a reading tonight and you want some more information, you can see my page, which is Rebecca-Lee, Awaken the Spirit Within. Or you can go to my website at rebecca-lee.com and you can see the different services and programs that I offer there. So, or just, you know, you can message me at my page if you have any more questions. So that's where you'll find me. That's who I am. You will see on the post tonight, I asked for no soliciting. And what that means is, there's a few of us that do shows here at Spiritual Events Directory, and we do this to promote ourselves and promote our services, and a few of us have found that other readers have been coming along into our live feeds and promoting their services. And I understand there's a lot of people here that want readings and don't get readings, but just to be in fairness to us and to everybody here, we ask if you please not promote yourself here in our reading and in our live feed, and if you cannot, please don't read for anybody else that's on here. We would really appreciate that. So I hope you understand, and thank you very much. Okay, so now that we've got the formalities out of the road, one more thing I'd like to say is that the readings can be for multiple people. So I often find that people resonate to a reading that would say be for Mary, and they're saying everything that you said to Mary was really resonated with me. You know, I call these like double messages or triple, quadruple, 10-time messages. So if I'm reading for somebody and it really resonates with you, please take that as a message for you too. Spirit works in this way that, you know, these messages are for, you know, for anybody who feels it in their heart. Really take that for yourself as well. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'm just going to go and have a look at your comments, and I'm just going to get started with some some card reading. So I do write your names down because the comments just move so quickly, and then I can lose who I was reading for. I do apologize if I do pronounce your name incorrectly. I do my best. So I am just going to start with and this is typical with me. I've chosen like probably the hardest name to begin with, but is it Rajakuma Shenmungistrum? I'm so sorry, but that's a massive name. Rajkumar, I'm going to just start with a card for you, and I'm just going to pull you a mermaid card. As I said, guys, I'm just going to try and keep these cards really brief tonight and just get through a few more people. Hopefully, it's a little bit hard sometimes to pull up, but you know, obviously if I feel I have to go a little bit more or say more, I will. But you know, I'm just going to try and keep it brief, and if there's any more information, of course, just sing out and let me know. So this is for Rajkumar. I've pulled you a mermaid card, and the card is explore your options. And it says it's time to look at other possibilities. It's a good time to make a change. Okay, so look, my sense is there's a few things swirling around you. This could be around what's happening in your love life. Okay, I feel like it's around love. So don't be in a rush is what I'm feeling and sensing for you. Don't be in a rush to make a rash decision, you know, whatever's happening there. But just take some time to really think into things. And I just keep hearing for you, don't be rash, don't be rash. Like, so that means like, don't make a like quick decision. Okay, you might tend to be too black and white about things, so just take some time, have a look at what your options are, and take it from there. So I hope that helps you, honey. Yeah, thank you. All right, so I'm actually going now to Trina Macolino. Trina, if you're here, Trina, I'm just going to write your name down. So from the Goldie, hello, fellow East Coaster. I'm on the Sunshine Coast. So I'm just going to write your name down. Single. I'm going to pull you an Unlock Your Love Blocks card, darling. So this is for Trina Macarino. Apologies again for mispronunciations. Let's see what's happening for you, Trina. Trina. Yes, I do feel that you need to really slow down. Breathing, finding your center is really important for you. I'm also showing you being in the sunlight, so I know you're on the beautiful Gold Coast, so make sure you're making the most out of getting outside, being in the sun. There's something about the sun, so I'm not sure if you're a sunbaker, but it's really important for you to be in the sun. Interesting, the card that you've got, the Unlock Your Love Blocks card, is Courage. This is like my favorite card of the deck, and so we used it for the front cover. So, you know, this is really allowing yourself to be vulnerable. The card actually says, allow yourself to feel the strength in vulnerability. And often we put up our masks and we portray that we're certain ways, or what I'm more getting for you is we portray that we're not bothered by things or that we don't get hurt. But we actually do get hurt, and that's what I'm sensing for you. You might not show to others when you're hurt or when you're feeling hurt. You'll pretend like that you're okay. And so this card is asking you to be more vulnerable and perhaps show more of your vulnerable side and your sensitive side, especially when it comes to love. And this will just help you attract somebody that can meet you on that emotional level. When, you know, it's a bit of a fine line, but we need to kind of expose some of our heart and our you know, more gentle and softer side and our more true self, so we can find someone who has the capacity to reveal that part of themselves as well. So it's really key for you in moving forward in love is to have the courage to really be vulnerable and show more of who you truly are, and have the courage to say things that perhaps hurt you or is not acceptable for you. So I hope that helps, Trainer Darlin, and I'll leave that with you. Thank you so much. Okay, everybody, let's keep rolling. And I'm just looking for the next person. I'm just going to I'm drawn to Monique Newport. She's asking about business, but somehow I just got stopped with her. And Monique, I'm going to pull a love blocks card for you too. And that's the thing with the love blocks cards. I use them for everything. It's not just what's blocking me in my relationship, or I don't just use them for my single clients, but I use them for what's blocking me with this friendship, or what's blocking me in my business at the moment. So it can give a little bit of insight of what's happening around us. There is a little bit of a sense, Monique, that at the same time as well, that I feel that I always say that our love life and our purpose are really intricately connected, because it's all expression of who we are. It's all an expression of love, isn't it? Whether that's our business or whether that is our relationships. But I just feel there's something with you in terms of relationships. So I know you're asking about your business, so I'm not going to veer off, but I'm just saying that there's something there around relationship for you that could be playing into this. So Monique, but I will asking what is a block around moving forward with your business, and we'll just see what card comes up for you. Okay, so you've got the Earth Healing card, and what it says is step into nature to come out of isolation. So in relation to this card always tells me that someone's been hiding themselves, or they've been really not showing themselves to the world. So in terms of your business, I feel what's blocking you is that there could be a little bit of worthiness. There could be a little bit of a fear of being seen. There could be a little fear of feeling worthy. Okay, so it just feels like you're in a transition, and you're really about to step out and show yourself to the world. Okay, so that's really what you need right now, is to just be able to just take that step out and allow your clients, allow your customers to see you. And why it's called the Earth Healing card is because being grounded, being barefoot, being outside, feeling and asking the support and the protection of the trees and Mother Earth, and just feeling grounded to the ground just helps you feel a little bit stronger to be able to step out there and to be seen. So this is a time for you to step out and be seen on a greater level. So whatever's happening, this is time to step out more, Monique. So I hope that really makes sense for you. Okay, so I leave that with you, darling. Okay, beautiful. Thank you. Alrighty. Okay. So I'm just scrolling. I have no idea where I am in the message thread, guys. I'm just sort of scrolling, so I'm doing my best. I'm going to go with Catherine Holly. She's just said she's single, so I'm going to pull her and unlock your love blocks card and just see what comes up there for you, Catherine. And of course, guys, this is just something you all can take in. As I said, if it resonates with you and your life, absolutely just take it on and let that just let that sink in. So okay, so we got Catherine single. Let's see, Catherine. I'm just feeling for you straight up, darling, that I'm getting the word it's about being flexible. Okay, I feel that perhaps you are tending to look one way, or you're actually you have an idea about what you're looking for in love, and they're just showing me your neck and your head's just so focused and so intent on looking in one way, and I'm getting spirits just trying to turn your head in a different direction, and like you're resisting. They're saying you're resisting where they're trying to take you or show you where to go. So that would be my first sense, honey, is to perhaps sort of we need to have like we have certain standards and expectations and things that we want out of love, especially if we've been hurt in the past, or we've allowed, or we've dropped our standards in the past, or put up with people's shit in the past, and we don't want to do that anymore. But at the same, we can keep that, we can keep those expectations or standards that we have for ourselves, but sometimes what we think we're looking for is not where we think we're going to find it. Okay, so and darling Catherine, this is just what's coming through for you, darling. So again, Spirit's just encouraging you to look in different directions. So that could be looking in different places for love, or it could be looking for a different sort of package. I just feel like the person that you're actually really best suited to perhaps doesn't look like how you think they might look like, or something like this, darling. Okay, I'm just going to see what card comes out. Okay, so you've got the love card, and it says true love is unconditional. And so this isn't a really amazing journey in love. Like we you know, I just feel like the next partner that you have, it's not going to just be all about the looks. It's not going to just all be about them being exactly how you want them to be. You need someone that's going to challenge you, but at the same time respect you. Okay, and I just feel the next person that you're going to partner up with, it's truly going to be a journey of breaking through those karmic patterns and healing together and moving into divine love. And that's what we do in the Unlock Your Love Blocks program that I do. We're really breaking down karmic patterns and moving into that divine love. So I feel that's what's coming for you, honey, but you just need to look in a different direction and perhaps just let go of any expectations of how you think this person should look. So I hope that helps you. Okay, it's a good message for a few people in here is what Spirit's telling me. So I hope that helps you all. And I mean, like I said earlier, relationships is such a theme at the moment. And yes, and it's funny, I'm really noticing people that should be together that they've never thought, oh, I could be with someone like that, but they look just so amazing together. So, and I can just feel their energy and their connection. So that's great. I just saw your message, Trina. I'm so glad that that resonated. That's wonderful. Okay, so so that was for Catherine Holly. So we'll leave that there with Catherine. All right, so I'm just looking at some, for those of you who've come on, I'm just looking for the next person that I'm kind of put to. So please bear with me. Yeah, I'm actually going with Marianne McDonald. Hi, Marianne. It's nice to connect with you. I certainly resonate with having the high anxiety. I used to live with anxiety like that for a long time, so I certainly can understand the journey, and it is a journey, honey, and you can work through this. It just means well, you know, I'm just going to say what I feel for you. I feel like, you know, you are worrying a lot. You're worrying a lot about your future, but I'm getting for you, it's like a performance thing. It's like performance anxiety, and this stems back to a lot of childhood stuff for you. But you know, this is just going to be a one step at a time journey. You know, this anxiety, it's a symptom of other things, but it's also here to teach you some things as well. It's here to teach you how to be in the present moment. It's here to teach you how to be more kinder and compassionate with yourself, okay? And it's here to help you heal some of this real deep inner critic voice that's come in from your past, okay? I'm actually being asked to pull you a mermaid card, so I'm just going to do that. So this is for Marianne McDonald. Okay, so who has really high anxiety. I'm also being shown, Marianne, some kind of supplement. It's not a drug. It's like it's something from the naturopath. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I'm just getting to tell you that there's something natural that you can have for this. I don't want to suggest what that is, but I'm just getting that if you saw a naturopath or even went into like the health food store and talked to them about it, I'm just getting that there's something natural that can help you with this, that will really just help you ease your mind. I'm also seeing you like painting or drawing pouring or something like that to just really help ease your heart. So that could be something that really helps with that anxious energy as well, Marianne. Maybe some art therapy too might be good, is what I'm getting. So if that kind of resonates, just feel into that. And of course, darling, you've got the rest card, and it just says you've been working hard, take a nap and get some rest. So and I can feel that just feels so right, you know. Just really taking it slow and being in the present moment is the best place to start, honey. So I hope that helps somehow. Okay, so that was for Marianne McDonald. Thank you, darling. Okay, so we're moving right along. Let's just see where I'm at. I have my screen underneath here that just helps me read the comments some more. And it's almost like I can't see names, or it's really all blurry for me, and I just sort of stop, I get a hit, and then I have to sort of focus and read. It's just giving you a little bit of an idea of how it works for me. So yes, yeah, guys, I'm just really feeling everybody needs to take a breath. Everyone feeling a little bit anxious at the moment. So I'm just asking Spirit to just help us all just release that anxiousness from our hearts and our minds, and just be in the moment, and just trust ourselves, relax. And it is such a huge time to rest for us all. So I'm really feeling that for everybody right now, so including myself. Okay, so just like okay, so I'm going to go to Kelly Gennady. Hello, darling, it's nice to see you, and thank you for being here. Kel, I am going to pull you and unlock your love blocks card. Okay, so let's just see. I can't see where you've actually commented either way, so I am going to pull you a love blocks card and see what that brings up for you. Okay, and thank you for being here, honey. Okay, Kelly, I'm feeling like some real pressure on your shoulders right now. Yeah, look, I just feel, I feel like you need to move a bit. I feel your body just needs to stretch. I just want to stretch out my arms. I want to stretch out the palms of my hands. I feel that you could be doing some energy healing. I feel like that your hands want to do some work. So I'm not sure if you're doing energy healing, darling. I'm sorry that I don't know that I'm about you, but I just feel like there is some energy that's, you know, being channeled through you, and they're saying it's time to let it out, it's time to heal. So this could be for you, but I just have a sense this is through work, okay, and doing your work. So if you've been getting tight in the shoulders and the arms, I just feel like there's this pent-up energy that you need to allow to flow through you. There could be some issues that are really frustrating to you. You could just be feeling really frustrated with yourself at the moment for perhaps not doing what you would like to be doing. So I'm kind of feeling that's all sort of building up around your shoulders in your arm. So yeah, so there's just some stuff there that's wanting to come through. I definitely feel like there's a new step for you, something that you need to take, but you need to trust in yourself. Okay. So I've pulled the understanding card for you out of the Love Blocks deck. And it just says there's no right or wrong, okay? And this is really pulling out of like this whole world of duality and polarity, and just recognizing, I always like to say there's a bit of truth in everything, you know, and really sort of walk that, you know, walk that centrist line, or, you know, sort of fly above it all like the eagle. And I feel the eagle strong with you. So it's just really, especially when it comes to relationship, especially when it comes to understanding when other people have different opinions and points of view. You know, sometimes things can be really frustrating, or people's points of view or opinions or beliefs can be really frustrating. But like I said, like this is just an absolutely infinite universe, okay? And I just like to say, you know, there's a bit of truth in everything, and just I just feel like you need to allow some people to have their beliefs and their opinions, whatever, however that's playing out, whether that's a global thing right now or that's happening in a relationship. But the biggest thing for you right now, I would like to say, is there's a step you need to take, and I think that might be around your healing work. If there's some healing work or something to do with your work, there's a next step to take. So that was for Kelly. I hope that resonates, honey. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you again some other time. Thank you, honey. Okay, so I'm now going to pull a card for Jenna Vost. I'm pretty sure I've seen her comment for a mermaid card. So Jenna, I'm going to pull a mermaid card for you, darling, and just see what comes up. Thank you everybody for being here, and thank you for all your comments. I really appreciate that. So, and I have no idea which way I'm scrolling in these comments, so who knows where I am in here. But I'm with Jenna Vost. I hope I've spelt your name correctly, honey. So let's just see what's come up. So this card has just dead set stopped in my hand. It's a mermaid card, and it says, accept heaven's help. You've prayed for help, so get out of the way and let heaven help you. Let me just translate this right. So what I'm hearing Spirit say about you, and definitely in terms of accepting their help, is that there's lots of things going on around you that perhaps you're not perceiving as helpful, or perhaps you're perceiving as, you know, you're being punished or things aren't going right. And it's almost like Spirit's like, oh my God, they're trying so hard to get through to you and saying, we're trying to show you which way to go. You know, they're saying that you can sow in your mind, and you can be a little bit controlling, honey, about what way, again, like what way you think that you can go. There was another lady earlier, you know, that was looking one way, and Spirit's trying to get her to look another way. It's the same thing for you here, Jenna. They're trying to get you to see another direction that you need to go in. This could be around multiple things, but there's a highlight here around where you live, or the area you're living in, or some kind of movement, some kind of actual move. Perhaps there's a bit of a exclamation mark there, but there's also I'm feeling like third chakra stuff as well. So there's some action you need to take, okay? Like there's some things that you need to do, and you're just lacking that little bit of confidence to do it. There's a little bit of fear there, and it's just you're just clinging on a little bit to the past, or to things that have you know, they've just sort of done their time, okay? So it's just about having the courage to let go and stepping into a new direction, and possibly again in a different direction to what you've been thinking. So and I'm getting food for thought. So just think about that, let that mull over a little bit, and see how that resonates with you and what comes up. I feel like your mind is just going to go boom at some point, okay? Very soon your mind's just going to be completely opened, and you're going to be thinking things, planning things that you just did not think that you would ever be doing or thinking. So that sounds exciting. All right, so that was for Jenna Voss. So I hope that helps, honey. I'll leave that with you. Okay, so I'm just going to go down here to the comments. Everybody take a breath, and let's see where we are. And I love anyone that I do read for. I love to hear if it resonates with you or not, because I might not see it when I am going through here, but I do like to go through the comments afterwards. So, you know, just let me know sort of how that was, or again, just message me privately. That's fine. If you need any more clarity or want to give me any feedback, I really appreciate that. So yes. I'm just looking for the next person that I'm drawn to read a card. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go for Marie Brady. May I have insight to a friendship, love, relationship. I'm really drawn to the friendship there for you. I'm just going to write your name down so I don't lose you. So this is for Marie Brady. And I'm going to, you've said love, friendship, love, relationship, but again, I'm just getting friendship, 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 and I just want to focus in on that for a bit for you, and just see what comes out there. I'm going to use the Love Blocks cards and just see what's going to happen there. So Marie Brady, let's see what's coming for you. Yeah, I just feel hurt. Really, Marie, I feel that perhaps you feel hurt, misunderstood, but I feel a lot of the people around you do, a lot of the women, it actually, I'm actually feeling for you, darling. This is a bit of an ancestral thing for you. I'm seeing a line of grandmothers behind you. I feel, you know, whether this is about, you know, a friendship, love, long-term friendship, love, relationship. What they want me to focus on for you is your ancestry and your grandmothers. So you have a long line of grandmothers, and there just feels to be a lot of hurt and misunderstanding in one of your grandmother's lines, in one of your lines behind you, particularly. And I'm starting to feel my throat chakra grow. So there could be issues with communication for you that this sort of manifests for you in your relationship. Not saying what you feel, not saying what you want, is more what is really coming up. And this is something that's coming through from your ancestry. Really understanding how you keep your strength, and how you be you, and how you do you, and work yourself in a relationship as well. And this can be really confusing to a lot of people. A lot of people go into a relationship and completely lose themselves. They give up their hobbies, they stop doing things that they used to do, all of this kind of stuff. Other people get in a relationship and they've got no problems, you know, doing all the things they love, and, you know, sort of you know, being about themselves, you know, sometimes positively, sometimes negatively, but there's not this room to work with their lover or be in the relationship. I feel this for you is the question about where you stand in here. How can you still be yourself and be in relationship? And it's very interesting because the Love Blocks card you've got is independence. And it says being independent does not mean you have to be alone. It kind of feels like there's a sacrifice there. This is what's coming through from the ancestry stuff. And darling, we would have to do an ancestry session to get into that. But, you know, it feels like, you know, your grandmothers have had to really sacrifice themselves, their wants, their needs to be in relationship. And many of our grandmothers have, right? This has been the journey of women for so many of us. And, you know, this is where I feel you're sort of sitting with, how do I be me and not lose my relationship? How do I be me and, you know, live for me without fearing that I'm going to rock the boat or anything like this? So look, darling, this is just really about having the courage to know that you can be you. My sense is you need to do some things for yourself, okay? And you need to take a stand, because I think the person that you're with would just let sort of things go on and on. So, and it's almost like they're waiting for you to step up and show you and be you and take control a little bit. So maybe it might be a time to say, hey, listen, this is it. We're either going stepping in and taking this thing to the next level, you know, or or you know, this is just a friendship, and you know, I'm going to look for love elsewhere. I don't know, it's a bit of a decision I get for you, but I'm getting more for you. You just need to step up and be you and show you, and take it from there. Call on all the grandmothers to come and stand behind you. I feel like they want to come through to you in your dreams, so I suggest have a dream journal with you and write down things afterwards and start listening to the messages, okay, and what they're bringing through for you. So that's for Marie Brady. There's a lot there, Marie, to be honest with you, honey. That's just, I'm just trying to push this into a little nutshell for you right now. But as I said, you can message me later, or, you know, I leave that with you, and trust that you'll find the right path to be supported there. So thank you so much. Okay, where are we at? Happy hump day, Wednesday. I am scrolling, my laptop is down here, and I am scrolling through, and I am looking for the next person. I'm going to go for Angie Sheridan. So Angie, I'm going to read your comment. It's Angie has said, would love a reading. If you're drawn, I'm at a crossroads and have a beautiful man, but blocked at just friends by him, even though everything about us is an actual relationship. Please, some guidance would be amazing. Oh, Angie, darling, how frustrating. Frustrating. Blocked at just friends. So he's friend zoning you, even though everything about your connection is very much actual relationship. So look, this, anything I say here is not assumption. I'm going to really tune in. You know, like there's a lot of fears there with this person, and you know, this is a real convenient place for him. I actually feel like he does really adore you and really likes you, you know, and loves you, really. I can feel he feels that way for you. I feel like while he keeps it in the friend zone, he's definitely keeping himself safe. You know, so he definitely needs to be encouraged to get to the next level. Threatening him is not going to work, because I just feel he'll just sort of, he'll go into his shell, you know, but at the same time, the conversation needs to be had. I definitely hope that you have spoke to him about your feelings, you know, about where the relationship is and how you would like to be more exclusive and feel, you know, feel secure in that, and both acknowledge that. So my sense is that you need to have more of a truthful conversation with him and say exactly what it is that you want. I feel sometimes that you might think he knows things, but that what you're thinking or feeling, but he actually doesn't. He's a bit clueless. Okay. So I just feel like some things you think or assume that he would know how you're feeling. My sense, what I'm getting is that he actually doesn't. So maybe planning a nice dinner, and you know, and have a chat with him, and really talking from a space of how you feel, not blaming, not criticizing, anything like that. Just letting him know where you're at and where you would like to take the next step with each other. And you know, it's going to be a bit of a process, but I am getting that you can progress, okay? But it's really just giving him a little bit of a heave, hove, shove, but doing it in a way that is going to honor you, okay? And that is going to be sensitive for him. I got the card Water Healing. And so this card is about self-love. This is about, okay, so I'll go into a little bit more, but it says quenching your thirst for love begins with self-love. So this, in love, we have, you know, the capacity we have to love somebody else and receive love back from somebody else really depends on our capacity to love who we are. Okay, so first and foremost, you need to make sure that you are loving yourself and you are meeting your own needs, because if he's feeling that you're relying on him to make you feel whole and complete and loved, it just feels too much pressure for him, and he doesn't want to let you down because he doesn't trust himself all the way that way, especially when it comes to emotions. So working on yourself a little bit, loving yourself some more, perhaps doing some things for yourself and building up your love and building up your light. Okay, and just, you know, so he knows and he can see that you've got yourself as well. Okay, we need to look after each other for our partners. It's like we need to look after each other, but first and foremost we need to love ourselves. And it's almost like, I'll look after me for you, you look after you for me, and then we do a bit for each other as well. Okay, so this is kind of the feeling here around this, but I'm definitely just seeing like a date night and a conversation, and not assuming that he knows everything. And even if there's been things that you have said to him, I don't think it's come across, I don't think he's completely got it, or he's blocked it a bit. So even if you have said something in the past, try a different way to communicate that, and do it in a different setting, and I feel that will actually reach him this time. So yeah, so that was for Marie, darling. I hope that helps, and I wish you all the best with that, darling. Okay, so yes, so that was for Marie Brady. Wow, yes, and it's just, and you know what, it's just all these things we learn from relationship, and we always need to make sure that we are loving ourselves and we are quenching ourselves, you know, without always thinking, oh my gosh, I don't feel loved, and we try and pull it from the other person. The other person's like, oh my god, it's just too much for me, I can't be responsible for that because I got my own shit going on around here and I'm trying to love myself too. So, you know, we've got to be responsible for ourselves, we've got to love ourselves, and then we've also got to come together and give each other some love and care as well. So the dance of the relationship. Okay, so anyway, let's see where we're going. Let's see whose guides and soul has the next piece of wisdom for us all. Let me just, sorry guys, I'm just scrolling and just seeing where I'm just kind of pulled next. Okay, so I'm going for Rebecca Ortiz. Sorry if I've pronounced that wrong, Rebecca. Hello, darling. So I'm just writing your name down. So and now I just need to read your message. So I'm just going to read Rebecca's message out. I'm in a horrible, difficult time right now. As of June 26, my life has been turned upside down. I feel so alone now. If possible, may I have a message? Oh, honey bunny. All right, let's just see. And you know what? The first thing that I'm getting is, you know, and you're not alone in this. You're not alone in this. Like, it's like whatever you're experiencing, there's many souls experiencing this right now. I know that doesn't help you, but I'm just getting, you're not alone, you're not alone. I see this beautiful, oh, darling. Rebecca, I just see really high vibrating angels and guides around you. You have a lot of light around you and a lot of spirit around you right now. So spirit hasn't turned their back on you. I first of all want to say that. They haven't turned your back on you, darling, and they want you to know that. And I can feel the grief, and I can feel yeah, the pain right now that you're feeling, and that's on the inside. But darling, this is a huge transition for you, and yeah, I'm also getting something to do with your health as well. So I'm not sure if that's the issue that you're talking about, or what's happening maybe affecting your health. I feel like some real sort of pain in the back of my head. And, you know, like there's some real tension there. So I just feel like this is a time to I'm just getting completely reinvent yourself. This is what all of this is about. It's your soul actually contracted to do this now. You want to completely reinvent yourself. I feel like what I want to say for you is like you've kind of wrapped up a whole heap of karma from a few lifetimes, and you knew coming into this life that it was going to sort of finish up around now, and that's why I keep getting this reinvention. But something like massive had to happen for you to something massive had to happen for you to completely just change course, like get on the next path, like completely just sort of leave all that behind you and get into the next direction. So I want you to cry. I can feel those tears, and I want you to just let them flow, because that's just releasing it all. And you know, you might get to the point where I can't cry anymore, I'm so exhausted, and then some more comes out and you're like, how long am I going to do this for? Like so there's a sadness and there's a grief with letting go, but your soul's letting go of a real old path. Okay, like, so this is an old you're letting go of. You could be letting go of old ways of your life, you know, old parts of yourself, but this is a deep soul stuff as well. So darling, this, I just want to say that you will be okay, and you will get through this if you just trust your soul, if you can feel into your soul and just trust this journey, and trust that your soul is actually in charge of this. You are in charge of this. Oh honey, I just want to hug you and hold you and just tell you it's okay, and this is big, it's massive, but you've got this. I just can't say that enough. Okay, I just pulled a mermaid card for you, and it's morning affirmations. I wanted to say that before, just be positive, but I didn't want to sound condescending. I'm like, oh my God, that just sounds so condescending, especially when you're in grief and pain and someone tells you to just be positive. It's like, piss off. You know, so I don't want to sound preachy or anything like that by saying that, but the morning affirmations, it's not even about being positive, it's about trusting that you're in a transition. I'm in a transition now, and I'm in pain, and I'm going to feel my pain, and I'm going to release. I can release this pain, and I'm just going to take one day at a time, and I'm going to work through this. So the affirmations card says, say positive affirmations each morning to open the gates of manifestation. I want to say open the gates of healing. I want to say open the gates to my brand new path. Maybe saying things like, yes, I release, I'm happy to release all these karmic patterns now. I release them from my body. I release them from my heart. I release them from my soul. So, and just really stepping onto this new path. So Rebecca darling, I hope that makes sense, and I hope that helps, honey. And yeah, just sending you lots and lots of love. And let's all just send Rebecca lots of love. Let's just love on her right now. That would be good. Okay, darlings, how's that time? Yeah, we still got some time. So let's just, I'm just going to keep scrolling. As said, I don't know even where I am in these comments, or what's happening, or where what's happening, but yeah, there was definitely a health issue with Rebecca, so I'm not sure what's going on there. So I'm actually going to go to Cat Gray. So I'm just going to write Cat's name down, and what am I doing for Cat? Mermaid card for Cat. So let's just see where Cat's at. It's really hard for me to see these messages on the screen as well. Okay, so we got Cat here. Let's see what's happening, Cat. A lot of you have neck stuff going on tonight too, and shoulder stuff. Feeling really pressured, lots going on in your life. So Cat, I have pulled you a mermaid card, and the card is worthiness. And it says, know that you deserve to receive good in all ways. I just feel with you, Cat, just feeling really sort of isolated and alone, or maybe more it's lonely right now. You know, we can feel really lonely and have you know, 50,000 people around us. You know, we can feel really lonely and have a loving family. I feel like, darling, there might be a little bit of depression there that's affecting you. I feel like there's something about you, perhaps, I don't know if you know this, but I feel like there's some empath abilities there. So sometimes you might be feeling really down, and it might be just like, what's wrong with me? Like, gosh, why do I just feel so morbid or dark or just down? I feel that you have some perhaps unrecognized empath gifts, which means that you can sense into the feelings of other people. And you know, it just so happens where as an empath we're tuned into the sort of more difficult feelings. You know, it's a gift not to burden us or to hold us back or to be negative in any way, but when we don't understand it or don't recognize it, it can be really hard to deal with in life. And nobody's teaching this stuff in schools, right? Nobody's teaching us about this sort of stuff growing up. So darling, I feel like there's some sadness there, some grief, maybe some depression. Some of it can be yours, and I feel some of it is others around you. There's a bit of a message about your dad here. So this is for Cat Gray. There seems to be a connection there with your dad, with some grief and sadness attached to that as well. So I feel like there's some kind of message and some work there that we could do to help you lift some of this sadness and grief. And perhaps there's some of this worthiness stuff as well. So darling, yeah, it just feels like you're just feeling really sort of alone in it all at the moment, and it's going to be really important for you to reach out and talk to somebody, especially when we're feeling shame. So I know the card didn't say shame, but this is just coming up. But whenever we're feeling shameful, shame really likes to keep us hidden and keep us quiet and keep us, you know, like it protects us down. But the thing we need to do is just find a way to just reach out, just say something, just reach out to somebody that we feel that we could trust, and that we could trust to hold us and listen to us. So I feel like that's where you're at, darling. And yeah, there's a few things there that we could probably talk about, but you know, you are worthy. I think that you're a really deep, really colorful soul. I'm getting moon rituals. Okay, if you want to look at the Rebirth magazine that Sarah just released, that's actually my artwork, guys, on the latest Rebirth magazine for that's Sarah from Spiritual Events Directory, which is where we all are. So her and Kathy just re-released the Rebirth magazine. There's this big colorful painting on the front, and that's my painting. That's my Rainbow Warrior. But I have written a full moon ritual in there, and Kat, I'm getting like working with the moon and doing some moon rituals could be really helpful for you and really help draw some of this energy out and to just lighten your load a little bit. So yeah, so anybody who is interested in working with moon rituals and that kind of thing, there's one in there to start with. I do a lot of my programs around, you know, the 4 directions and with the moon cycles and all that sort of stuff. So it really helps us stay in a bit of a rhythm in life and really recognize the seasons of life. There's a time to go within, there's a time to transition, and there's a time to come out. So I think that we've lost that, and we need to bring that back into our lives. So yeah, so anyway, there's a full moon ritual. The next full moon is this weekend. Yes, so the spiritual, so there is our spiritual events and directory expo on this weekend. So if you guys haven't joined that, have a look on the page. Sarah's always posting stuff around it. You know, we'll be doing a lot of stuff around that, and I will talk about doing full moon rituals and all of that. But that's just coming through, Kat, for you, and I think it's important to share it with a lot of other people because I think that will be really helpful. So my darling, I hope that helps, and I'm just going to leave that there with you. Okay, so let's keep on scrolling. Thank you, darling. Okay, so where am I going? Probably get another 1 or 2 people. And I'm just seeing where I'm being pulled, so and just really loving all of your energy. What a beautiful group of people. So I'm going to go with Laura Bramble. She hasn't asked for any sort of particular card that I can see. I know sometimes people comment a number of times and I don't always see the other comments. But Laura, I'm going to pull you a card. I'm shuffling mermaids and I'm getting no. Please switch to love blocks cards. So I'm going for love blocks cards, darling. Laura, I'm asking, you know, what is this about? Is this about love, relationship, work, you know, self-love? And I'm just getting it's about you and your relationship with yourself right now, which, I mean, for all of us, this is the core of everything. This is why I do unlock your love blocks, because our relationship with ourself and our capacity to love ourselves really determines the quality of our life in every area. It really, really does. And what a journey with ourselves it is in this lifetime, our own relationship to ourselves, our own understanding of ourselves, you know, holy moly, what a ride, hey? So Laura, my sense is to be more conscious of that. You know, who am I? What's my connection to myself? What do I actually know about myself? What do I know that really inspires me? What do I know that I'm really have a gift for? What do I know where I hit walls or repeat patterns or where I get sort of tripped up, you know? How comfortable are you with sitting with yourself and with being alone? Okay, these are the things that are coming up for you, darling, like big questions. So I'm getting, you know, I'm getting all of your answers are within. You're another one that's got a connection with a dad. I'm not sure if your dad's passed over, but I'm feeling there's a connection with dad, and I'm starting to sort of feel some things in the body. So it could be him coming through there or another person, but this is, you know, I'm getting like, if you're questioning if someone needs to change around you or something needs to happen, Spirit's saying, look, don't focus on that right now. You're focusing on things changing on the outside too much, and they just want you to pull back in and go within. Like there's another level for you to go in, and perhaps you have done a lot of personal or spiritual development and work on yourself. Maybe it's been a while since you've done some things, but Spirit's saying you're ready to go to the next level. Okay, you're ready to go deeper into yourself. There's more of your higher self that's ready to manifest, you know, and that's ready to come through on the earth. So this is the things that are coming up for you, and this is what it's about. You've actually got the protection card. Oops, I'm just getting that my battery's getting low. I've got the protection card for you. Beautiful, beautiful spirit animals around you. Beautiful shield of protection. Protect yourself from the negativity of others. Okay, so this might be how I was saying before, you know, really needing other people to change, you know, so it doesn't make it so hard. And I know I said that it has to come with you, and I still stand by what I said, you know, but remember that the people around us, you know, we have contracts with, and often it's to do our own work, and, you know, often we're mirroring, okay, to each other things that we need to look at within ourselves. So yes, there might be some negativity around you or some negative people or some people really struggling right now, but rather than kind of getting into fear or getting cranky or losing it, just have your shield of protection up around you and spend this time going within. There's nothing you can do to help the people around you. I want to say that. We cannot make people change. We can support people, but it just feels like that you just have to really leave that to them for now, whatever's going on. Put your protection up so you're not, so it's not affecting you so much, and then, you know, because it's time for you to go within and do your own work and your own journey. So there's a whole new chapter coming up for you, honey. So there's lots of things, but it's going to need some work, and it's going to need some personal work, and just I'm getting surrender to the rest of the year, you know. And this is a great year to just go within, really, and, you know, try and without being ignorant. I don't want to sound ignorant, but really maybe just shutting some doors to some outside influences, whether that's media, social media, or, you know, anything else. And just, you know, it's okay. Allow people to process how they need to process. But for you particularly, you need to put your boundaries up, put your protection up, and just spend this time and go within and surrender to that for the rest of the year is what I want to say to you. So I hope that helps you. So that was for Laura Bramble. So darling ones, I'm here for an hour every Wednesday. You can see me over at my page, Rebecca-Lee, Awaken the Spirit Within. I've tagged it in this post. You can visit my website, rebecca-lee.com. I do a lot of programs around love blocks, ancestry. I'll be opening up a vision quest through those programs very soon. Different services there. And yeah, if anyone has any questions, you can email me at my Facebook page. So I'm really humbled and really grateful that you joined me and you know, hold this space for each other. I really think it's beautiful that even if you don't get a reading, you're here. I know it would be nice to get one. I'm sorry that I don't get to everyone, but like I said, I hope that, you know, some things resonate with you and help you, and please take that as a message for you. And you know, and thank you to everybody for holding a really beautiful space here. I'm really big on holding really strong, safe, protective, loving containers, and doing that for each other. So thank you so much. You're all amazing, and mwah, I'll see you next week. Bye everyone.